Greetings, motorsports fans and enthusiasts around the world, and welcome to the year 2026. My name is Andrew Kim, and this is Retro Motor Vibes, where I highlight anniversary stories and break down motorsports events near and far. Without further ado, let's take a trip down memory lane as today marks the 10th anniversary of when the playoffs were announced to be implemented towards the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series and Craftsman Truck Series divisions, and to which changed the series' season-long approaches of crowning champions over the next decade. It was 10 years ago on this date, January 19th, where a major overhaul was announced and the playoff elimination style format was revealed to be made towards determining champions of both the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series and NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series divisions, starting with the upcoming 2016 season. The announcement occurred on the heels of the Cup Series division coming off 2 consecutive seasons of its first 2 uses of the playoff format. The decision to expand the playoffs to both the O'Reilly Auto Parts and Craftsman Truck Series divisions also snapped the 2 series' traditional season-long point scoring system, where overall points accumulated from the start to the conclusion of a season determined champions, with the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series using the original format since their series debut in 1982, and the Truck Series debut spanning back to 1995. So how did the new playoff format work towards both the O'Reilly Auto Parts and Craftsman Truck Series divisions? The 2016 O'Reilly Auto Parts Series schedule featured a total of 33 races, with the first 26 events being labeled as regular season events. The regular season stretch commenced at Daytona International Speedway on February 20th, before concluding at Chicagoland Speedway on September 17th. And throughout the 26-race regular season stretch, a victory within the stretch for any full-time O'Reilly Auto Parts competitor competing for both points and the series championship would be automatically guaranteed into the playoffs that consisted of 12 berths, provided that the competitor competes in every regular season event and remains above the top 30 mark in points. The more victories a competitor earned, the more it solidifies a spot within the playoffs. In the event that the regular season stretch did not feature more than 12 winners, the competitors highest in points would clinch the remaining playoff berths, while a season that featured more than 12 would result with those highest in the regular season point standings making the playoffs. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Series playoffs consisted of a 7-race, 3-round format and 2 eliminations occurrences that shaved off a third of the 12-driver playoff field throughout the first 2 rounds, with the playoff field being cut from 12 to 8 following the first round, and the field being cut to 4 by the second round. And like the regular season stretch, a victory in any event during a round would automatically transfer a competitor into the next round, while the remaining transfer spots would be determined by points. And following the first 2 rounds, the final 4 playoff competitors left standing squared off against one another for the series championship during the season finale event at Homestead Miami Speedway on November 19th. The highest finishing competitor of the final 4 during the finale was crowned the champion. As for the Craftsman Truck Series division, the inaugural format used in 2016 consisted of 8 playoff berths for 8 competitors. A total of 23 events were featured on the 2016 Truck Series schedule. And like the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series division, the regular season stretch commenced at Daytona on February 19th and concluded at Chicagoland Speedway on September 16th, but featured a total of only 16 events. The exact rules of when and you're in the playoffs throughout the regular season stretch apply to the truck division, like the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series division. In addition, the truck's playoff schedule featured a total of 7 races through a 3-round format and 2 elimination occurrences, with the playoff field decreasing from 8 to 6 following the first round and from 6 to 4 prior to the championship finale at Homestead scheduled for November 18th. And similarly, the highest finishing playoff competitor of the final 4 during the Homestead event would be crowned the champion. Beginning in 2020 through 2025, the Truck Series overall playoff field increased from 8 to 10 when the playoffs commenced, but the field was still reduced to hosting only 4 finalists come the championship finale event. Since the inception of the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series playoff format from 2016 to 2025, A total of 47 competitors, as shown on the slide, made the playoffs. These competitors qualify for the playoffs at least once, either by winning throughout the regular season stretch and or based on points. From the list of 47, 22, as the names are shown in bold, transferred all the way to the championship 4 round at least once. And 9 names, shown in both bold and underlined, won a championship. These 9 names became champions in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series division for the first time ever. During the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series inaugural playoff season in 2016, Daniel Suarez won his first title and thus becoming the first Latin American competitor to win a championship across NASCAR's top 3 National Touring Series. The only competitor who repeated as a champion during this format was Tyler Reddick, who claimed his first in 2018 before going back-to-back in 2019. For the Truck Series, a total of 37 competitors, with the names being shown above, made the playoffs at least once. From the list, 23 names, as shown in bold, transferred to the championship 4 round at least once. And lastly, a total of 9 names shown in both bold and underlined were crowned champions. During the Truck Series inaugural playoff season in 2016, veteran driver Johnny Sauter achieved his first title in his 8th full-time season. The only competitors who repeated as champions during this format were Matt Craftsman, who won his 3rd title overall in 2019, and Ben Rhodes, who initially won his first in 2021 before repeating in 2023. Entering the 2026 NASCAR season, a new point system is set to be implemented across the Craftsman Truck, O'Reilly Auto Parts, and even the Cup Series divisions that will abolish the quote-unquote win and you're in the playoffs scenario and make points accumulation throughout the regular season stretch equally essential towards winning races. In addition, the playoffs have been rebranded to the Chase. Under this format, race winners across all 3 series will be awarded 55 points compared to 40 points awarded over the original playoff format, and the competitors who are scored in first place towards the regular season standings prior to the Chase's start will be awarded a 25-point premium. Under the Chase format, the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series postseason schedule will increase from 7 to 9 races, beginning at Darlington Raceway on September 5th, before the season concludes at Homestead Miami Speedway on November 7th. The Craftsman Truck Series Chase will occupy the final 7 races on the schedule, with the postseason beginning at Bristol Motor Speedway on September 17th, before concluding at Homestead on November 6th. Between both series, including the Cup Series 10-race chase schedule, the competitor who scores the most points throughout the chase will be crowned the champion. So how will the new chase format fare towards the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts, Craftsman Truck Series, and even the Cup Series divisions this upcoming season? Tune in as the 2026 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season is officially scheduled to commence on February 13th at Daytona International Speedway for the Fresh from Florida 250, an event that will have an airtime starting time at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on FS1, NASCAR Racing Network, and SiriusXM. The 2026 NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series season is slated to occur the following date, February 14th at Daytona for the United Rentals 300, that will begin airing at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the CW Network, MRN, and SiriusXM. And these 2 events will be followed by the Cup Series 68th running of the Daytona 500 that will air on February 15th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox, MRN, SiriusXM, and HBO Max. That's all for this episode. Have a great rest of your day, and see you on the next episode of Retro Motor Vibes.